Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r slash ProRevenge. In today's episode, a woman let her dog shit on the airport floor. So I shit on her plans. Don't fix a problem that will cost the store a lot of money? You got it. Charge a fee for my own money? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. A woman let her dog shit on the airport floor. So I shit on her plans. While walking to my gate at LAX, I noticed a woman whose dog was in the middle of doing its business. The woman was loudly FaceTiming with her back to the dog, so I assumed she didn't notice. That was likely the thought shared by the gentleman who tried to get her attention. "Excuse me, miss," he said in a polite tone. The woman glared at him. "Your dog," he sheepishly continued, pointing to the mid-poop pup. The woman rolled her eyes and went back to FaceTime as the man slinked away, seemingly embarrassed. Some people, she bellowed to her FaceTime companion with no hint of irony, are just so rude. When her dog finished, the woman started walking away, leaving everything right on the airport floor. Another woman tried to stop her. "You're not going to clean that up?" she asked, as shocked as the rest of us were. "They have people for that," the offender replied, disappearing into the crowd, as much as someone yelling into their phone can disappear into a crowd. I stood near the pile and warned people to walk around it while someone else got a maintenance worker's attention. No one said anything. We were so shocked that anyone could be that horrible. When I got to my gate, the woman was there too. Great, we were both going to Tokyo. When I travel abroad, I get embarrassed by other Americans doing things 100 times less embarrassing than leaving animal feces on the floor of an airport. To make it worse, her dog was now barking at everyone who walked by. I have nothing against people flying with their dogs, I do it often. But it is a privilege I take seriously. My dog is well trained and behaves better than most people. He certainly behaves better than that A*** hole. Speaking of A***s, there is a pet relief area inside LAX, past security, just 2 gates away from where the party pooper let her dog go to town. It didn't matter, she was the type of person to litter 3 feet from an empty garbage can. While her dog barked at the world, the woman had moved from FaceTiming with no headphones to listening to music with no headphones. I don't like to throw around the word sociopath, but I don't know how else I could explain just how selfish and terrible of a person she was. I'd bet her car was somewhere in long-term parking, parked across 3 spots with paint on the bumper from the child's bike she hit without leaving a note. Everyone else tried to ignore her, sitting as far away from her as they could. I am not everyone else. I sat down right next to the horrible woman. "Are you going to London on business?" I said. "I'm going to Tokyo," she responded gruffly, annoyed that I interrupted her DJing. "Oh," I said. "Then you better hurry. That flight got moved to gate 53C. This is the flight to London." I figured I could give her a little moment of panic as payback for how terribly she was treating everyone. I didn't predict what would happen next. She grabbed her bags and her dog in a huff, and stormed out of the gate without even checking. She was so self-involved, she didn't notice that the monitor at our gate still said Tokyo, and almost everyone at the gate was Japanese. Based on her actions, she believed me that the fight had been moved, so she's also an A** hole for not thanking me. Some people, I thought as I watched her rush away from the gate without stopping her, are just so rude. The flight to Tokyo was at gate 69A, so the 53 gates were on the other side of the next terminal. And I felt guilty knowing she probably berated some poor clerk who had to explain to her that there was no gate 53C. I don't know if she made it back to this flight before we took off or not, but I didn't see her board and I don't hear her dog. Her missing her flight was not my original intention, but it would be a fine punishment for her being so rude to everyone and making a low-paid stranger clean feces off the floor. What makes me wonder if I went too far is the knowledge that Delta only has one flight to Tokyo each day. Whoops. Maybe she can rebook on another airline. I hear they have people for that. Don't fix a problem that will cost the store a lot of money? You got it. Another tale from many years ago at my retail job. I was working in the fitting rooms on a Sunday morning at about 11:45, when it was still relatively quiet. Usually it gets really busy from 12 p.m. onwards, and though the store manager had given me a rail of last season's clothes to mark down, I still had to keep the fitting rooms tidy and free of returns, and was starting on the back foot because the person who'd been in there on Saturday night had left a whole trolley of stuff I had to sort out and hang up before I could put it away. So I was focusing more on the returns, but anytime I had to go back in and answer the phones, I'd do another section of markdowns on the rail. Just after I'd put some footwear returns away and was heading back to the fitting room, I noticed a pretty significant problem in the footwear section. I took 2 to 3 steps towards it to go to fix it, only to be accosted by the store manager coming around the corner. Store manager, Rabid Raffian. What are you doing? Me, I just finished putting some returns away, and I just. Store manager, have you finished those markdowns I asked you to do? Me, not yet, but I. Store manager, well, get back in there and do it. Me, I'm going to, but I just need to. Store manager, no, you don't just need to do anything except the job I'm paying you for. Now get back in there, do those markdowns and stop wasting time wandering around out here. Me. Okay. Goes back to fitting rooms. Over the next half hour or so, I could hear the store manager being paged to go to the front registers a lot, i.e. This might usually happen once a shift, if that, but from what I could hear over the PA system, she was having to go up there every 5 minutes. At 12:30 she comes storming into the fitting rooms. Store manager, who was working stock in footwear? Me, I don't know. Store manager, well, find out. They put out some new boots, but didn't take the price down for the thongs that were there before. Side note to non-Australians, when I say thongs I'm talking about the rubber footwear worn in summer, not the skimpy underwear, so I've just had to let nearly all those pairs of $50 boots go through for $12. Me, oh yeah. Store manager, what do you mean, oh yeah? Me, I saw that the price was wrong earlier. Store manager, well, why didn't you fix it? Me, I tried to, and I tried to tell you it was wrong, but you told me to stop wasting time and get back in the fitting rooms. Store manager, slowly goes redder than Barnaby Joyce. No real fallout for me, but apparently the footwear stock worker got torn a new one when they came back from their break. I'd like to say the store manager learned from her mistake. The problem could have been identified and fixed a lot earlier, and therefore a lot more cheaply before 10 to 15 customers took advantage of the price screw-up, if she hadn't decided to go on a power trip, but anyone who has worked with managers like that knows she learned absolutely nothing. Charge a fee for my own money? It was only a $3 fee, but you know, I'm cheap and easily annoyed by corporate greed. I live in Canada, near the border. Not all of us do, by the way, and banks here routinely offer both Canadian dollar and US dollar accounts. There are even ATMs where you can choose between US dollars and C dollar for withdrawals. It's more convenient and cheaper than exchanging $100 from one to the other every time you want to do some cross-border business. The time had come to renew my US passport, and I needed a check, spelled check here, for $130 US dollars. Personal checks are like $50 to get printed, and I'm cheap, so instead I just stopped by my bank to get a cashier's check. Since I have US dollars in my account, I figure easy peasy, right? There's an $8 fee for writing a cashier's check, but it's only occasionally. I can cope. Nice young chap helps me out. He looks at the computer and gets that pained look that says, "Please don't hate me, but." It seems that my kind of account has an additional $3 fee for this kind of withdrawal. Sigh. But wait! There are ATMs in the lobby, and one of them dispenses US dollars. No fee. I ask the poor guy, "Can I just get the cash for the check from the ATM?" He gets that sort of half-smile twinkle of people who are enjoying the compliance even though he's supposed to be representing the bank. "Yes, I guess you can. I'll set your stuff to the side here while you go do that." 3 minutes to get the $140 cash, $20s only, and when he finishes with the other customer he takes the cash, issues me the check for $130, and says, "I'll just deposit the extra $10 back into your account?" Me, with my best, sincere, customer smile, "Yes please. Thanks for your help and you have a good day." And off I go. Next stop, Canada Post. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.